Awesome. I'm about to go into a video meeting. It's with a potential client. We've got him through our Facebook ads, and I'm just about to go on to it, talk with him, hopefully close the deal. And I thought I'd just quickly record it, so let me phone him. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, are you alright?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
That's perfect. Thank you.
There we go.
So,
Awesome. It's all okay now. You're not too busy.
no, I'm not busy at all.
Awesome.
Go
There we
ahead.
go. No worries. Busy day, has it been?
Yeah, like I said, it's just when it rains,
Yeah.
it just, between like 12 o'clock and about 2:30, it gets a bit mad crazy for us.
Yeah.
But it's nice anyway. It keeps you on your toes.
Yeah, no worries. Awesome. Right, yeah, so I'd just love to jump straight back into it.
Yeah.
Obviously, can you sort of just tell me a little bit about your company? I've been on your website, I sort of just have a look at it. Do you want to just sort of explain what your company is and what it does?
Yeah. Basically, we supply Indian restaurants and takeaways. We supply a lot of fast food places as well. So we supply them with all their food ingredients, drinks, catering, cleaning products, packaging products, all those sort of things. And much focus on the south of England
Mm-hmm.
in terms of reach. So it's not just to our local area, but it's I'd say like the whole of Suffolk, Hertfordshire, Oxfordshire, Surrey, Kent, and London as well. So it's quite a wide coverage area that we have.
Yeah.
And that's where we're looking to ideally expand our kind of social media presence as well, so that we can get a little bit more exposure.
Yeah.
Now the thing is, what we would probably do is we'd probably target, because I understand if you go for a wider audience, it costs more to advertise. So what we would probably do is we were thinking about, would focus on one area at a time.
Yep.
So one county, I would say. Let's say.
Yes.
So we'd say maybe the whole of Essex. We might do 2 counties at a time, something like that, just so that we can kind of monitor the response and just how well we're doing and kind of cope with any response that does come through.
Awesome. So you're looking to create some sort of Facebook and or social media ads, are you? Is that what you're going to be doing,
yeah.
and targeting that way? And you're looking to create some ads for it?
That's right. So
Awesome.
The thing is, a lot of people in our market, our competitors basically, they are very behind in the sense that they don't really do a lot of advertising and things like that. And the only advertising they do is, there's 3 types of advertising. Some of them do, or they'll pick from 3 options. So one is mail shots. The second one is direct visiting the customer, and third one is some of them do TV advertising as well,
Okay.
Which is very effective. So we're looking to kind of we do all those, but we're looking to add the social media aspect as well, so that when we do go to visit the customer, it kind of, if they've seen you on Facebook, Instagram, stuff like that beforehand, and you've embedded the brand into their mind, it just makes it easier when a salesperson does turn up. And try and kind of sell our services or our products to them. So that's what we're looking to do. The other thing as well is, alongside that, we have, for example, certain products that we're bringing to market, but in our own label.
Okay.
So we'd be looking to also run videos and ads online for those, but they will run under a different brand.
Okay.
But essentially, it's all under the same umbrella.
Yes. It's like a sister company, is it?
Essentially, yeah.
Yes.
So let's say, we've got, so our company is IQBRO, IQBRO.
Yep.
But then we've got a brand that we've started a couple of years back, Naima.
Okay.
So again, like I said, it's all the same products and everything like that, because we're selling them all via IQBRO.
Yeah.
But we'd also want to promote the brand separately, so that we get exposure for the brand. So if we do get other wholesale inquiries just for those those items that are available for that brand, then at least we can kind of like pull in those customers
Awesome.
as well.
Yeah, that's great. Have you done any sort of video projects in the past?
I'll be honest with you, we've done stuff that we've produced ourselves.
Okay.
I spent probably about 3 to 4 months, like trial and error, on the Facebook ads and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the only thing is that I found for myself, like I feel like if I give myself like another month to study it again properly, I could do it. But I don't want to be doing that.
No. Yeah, exactly. It just takes your time away.
Yeah, and I'd rather have someone that knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
We can sit down, we can work together, and I can brief you guys what I need. And you guys just go off and just do the job and get it done, basically.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I don't want to have to worry about, setting up audiences and stuff like that on Facebook and monitoring things like that. I don't want to be stressing about that kind of stuff. I want you guys to do that for me.
Awesome. Yeah, absolutely. With the targeting on Facebook ads, is that something that you're wanting us to do, or have you already got someone else?
No, we'd be wanting you guys to
do that on Facebook. Yeah, no worries. That's absolutely all okay. And the key message and takeaway is what is your sort of unique selling point? What do you want to get that message across?
So we're a family-run business, but we operate like a medium-sized enterprise, basically. So we're big enough to kind of like provide the customer with the service and the products that they require, and we have a very wide range of products and services. But we also have that personal touch because we're a family-run business, and we're very much involved in all aspects of the business.
Yeah.
A lot of people worry, especially with the bigger companies, they don't get that personal touch, whereas with us they do. And again, like I said, because it's a fact, there's 4 of us from the family that are involved in the business, and because we're very involved with, like I said, top to bottom, everything to do with the business, we're actually able to, a lot of the time, identify issues and problems within our business, and address those a lot sooner than other people would be able to. And also because we speak to the customers on a regular basis, we're actually able to get like live feedback, as opposed to like other company directors or our competitors. They'll have a sales team, for example, that are doing that job, but a lot of the time the information doesn't come back to them about what's happening on the market and things like that. So we feel like we have that competitive edge. The other thing we do as well is most suppliers on our level, or kind of like similar to us, use like standard vans, whereas we use the custom built vans, which are kind of split between ambient and frozen.
Okay.
So the customer receives, for example, they can get everything under one umbrella. They can get the frozen and groceries all together. And everything turns up at the right temperature as well, in the right quality, as opposed to some suppliers out there, for example, they'll be supplying fresh chicken breast in normal panel vans in the summer,
right?
At 20-25 degrees, which actually reduces the quality and the shelf life of the product. And that's one of the complaints we hear from a lot of customers about some of the other competitors we have on the market. And that's something that we wanted to also. Like those are the points that we would really want to highlight. So I had one project in mind where when it does come to the summertime, we would want to have some footage ready so that we can drop that footage and maybe drop something like a temperature check challenge, to challenge the customers to challenge their supplier and see whether they're delivering in temperature controlled vehicles or not. And if they're not, then to question that, because in the day's food products, should be delivered in the right condition. And also to highlight the fact that that's the level of care that we take to make sure that they're getting the same products that they're buying, they're paying the same price, but they're receiving it in a much better quality.
Awesome.
So just things like that, basically.
Yeah, exactly. And then down the line, if you want to target that, and then and then it sort of questions what their suppliers are doing, and if they know what you're talking about is correct, then it's more likely to bring them on, isn't it? Yeah, I like the idea.
No, of course, because we like, especially with the fresh chicken, because we're very big on that. We have our, that's in our own brand as well. We bring it in from Europe, and we distribute it ourselves. So that's something that we really want to kind of tap into as well. Ideally, we want to expand on that as much as we can. And point out to people, but it's more effective when we mention it, or if it can be shown when it is hot and when the temperature is warmer, because then they can see that, hold on, their staff are complaining about the chicken being spoiled sooner and things like that, and they are going through that problem at that time. So that's when they'd be ideally looking for a solution, and that's when we want to pop up and say, hey, look, we're over here and we do this, so we're the solution to your problem, essentially.
Awesome. Have you got a budget in mind that you sort of know you want to sort of use on this?
I'll be completely honest with you. I don't really have a budget,
okay.
But this is completely new for us. So I'm just kind of speaking to a lot of people and just seeing what everyone says and kind of trying to take it from that. I have had some very expensive quotes. And I'm just trying to get my head around all of that, basically. Like I say, it's a new thing for me. And I know, for example, I can spend X amount of money in a different way in terms of marketing and get a much better response. But obviously that requires more of my input. Whereas this doesn't require any of my input. So it's just me trying to convince myself, hold on a second, Ash, maybe it is the right time to start spending that sort of money. So I don't know. We'll see what kind of quote you come back with. And we'll take it from there, I suppose.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, it looks like you kind of want sort of a more of a retainer based product that's going to obviously give you more content each month, and obviously with the retainer of the ad spend. Basic lines with video production, we sort of run off day rates of 400. So the typical project would cost around 1,200, but because you obviously came through the Facebook ad, you get 50% off, so that brings that first project all the way down to 600. With Facebook ads, I wouldn't. It depends on realistically how much you want to achieve, how fast you want it. I wouldn't spend anything less than 500 on ads, especially with sort of what you want to target. And if you want to target more places, then that's going to require more ad spend on that kind of stuff. But with our sister in place, you kind of experienced it with the automatic emails and stuff like that. We have a whole all-in-one platform that will get all your contacts all into one place. It will send automatic emails, text messages to you to get the client to respond. And it's definitely a place where you can sort of just take the step back, and you'll also then get emails come through with sort of new leads with it. Regarding with the video,
that's the other thing as well. Trying to obviously data capture is very important as well. So like, I mean, to run campaigns where potentially to try and capture as much information or just to get more leads basically in the fast food or the restaurant sector, just getting people to punch in their details, enter competitions, stuff like that, so that we can get that data and kind of utilize that for, because the other thing we do is WhatsApp marketing, but we do that ourselves. But obviously if I was working with you guys, I'd be looking at you guys creating the content for me, and then potentially we sit down and we send it out through our normal channels we do. But if that's something you guys can do for us as well, we'll definitely take a look at that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. WhatsApp marketing is definitely something I'm actually getting into. It's sort of very early days. We mainly just work with sort of email marketing, and obviously we've got the sort of Facebook ads that sort of where we can target what you're sort of obviously interested in. Which is good. 2 seconds. Let me just bring that up. Awesome. Have you got sort of a timeline that you're wanting to start this project in, or is it
as soon as possible?
As soon as possible?
I don't want to wait around. So if I find the right people to work with, then, because obviously it's not a short-term thing. I want you guys to be there to help me grow my business. And as it grows, I want you guys to kind of take on that responsibility, and also for me to be comfortable enough to just turn around and say, look, this is, because we're going to have more and more new projects coming on, potentially like more brands that we'll be looking to create as well. So if that happens, I just want to be able to just give you guys the information, give you guys everything you guys need to know, and then just say, here you go, here's the information, just crack on with it, and you guys should know what to do, really.
Yeah, absolutely. When it comes to sort of the video marketing side of it, I do like to sort of just sit down with you and just sort of get your sort of perspective, because at the end of the day, it's always best to get that person behind the brand in front of the videos. A lot of videos nowadays are becoming so personal. We're finding a lot more reach on sort of social media through people don't particularly follow the brand, they always follow the people behind it. They're always more interested in people building the brand and being a part of it. I mean, I've been seeing so many channels absolutely explode at the minute. The one that always comes to mind is there's this guy in Tansworth who owns a spud shop, one of the trailers that he just parks up and makes jacket potatoes, and it's the most simplest spud man, yeah, exactly, it's the most simplest thing ever, but it's just it's so interesting just to watch him and his personality and stuff like that. So it's definitely something that we'll need to get you in front of the camera and maybe even build your own sort of personal brand, and sort of marketing it that way as well. But yeah, it's definitely a way, and if we sort of, what we can do, we can first sort of video, I always sort of tell people, is like, let's get that brand story video. I've been on your website right now, sort of just having a look, and you obviously got the video of it, but you really need that sort of personality behind it, sort of to tell your mission.
4 years old.
Yes.
So,
is that your YouTube channel as well, or is that the people you used? Is the YouTube channel behind it the people you used to use, or is that yours?
That's just who we used about 4 years ago to
do a
website for us and just do all that content for us.
Yeah.
Because at that time we didn't have a website at all.
Right. Okay. So they're just we
really needed something. But the thing is, the website at the moment is actually being done. It's being done by someone else. And what they've done is there's basically we've just started online ordering last year.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what that website there is. But there's a few other things, like I said, we've got in the pipeline. So I've got one website. We import bags, paper carrier bags. So there's, for example, that's under the brand Tree Saver. So yep. I've got the domain and everything ready for it. So that's again something that I'll be looking for potentially you guys to promote on social media.
Create some awareness ads.
And just draw people to that website and maybe try and because I'm trying to have an e-commerce website set up for that.
Okay.
So that if people did want to go on there, and they can inquire, they can even make a purchase
directly through prices, that. Absolutely.
And that's not a problem. So
yeah, absolutely. With that as well, what we can do, we could do sort of awareness ads that sort of funnel them into the website. And then we can sort of track what they do. We can even set up pixels onto your website, so if people come onto your website, we can retarget them as well, because on average, people, I think it's like something, you need to see the product like 7 times or something before some person actually makes a decision. So retargeting ads are like super important. It's what I do on mine as well with my sort of Facebook ads. Is mainly just retargeting ads, like people have come onto my website, and sort of retargeting with a great offer. And sort of customer service base, so it's definitely something that we'll get into.
Sure. Sounds good.
Awesome.
I mean, so for me personally, like I said, I'm just asking everyone to give me prices at the moment.
Yeah.
I'm speaking to people and just trying to get an insight into what kind of person you are, how you operate your business as well. Because obviously some people do run the kind of social media advertising kind of a little bit like a robot. I'm not really looking to work with people, those sort of big companies and stuff like that. I want a bit of a personal touch as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I want to be able to work with someone that, like I said, is going to be there with me and help me grow over the next year or so, really. Absolutely.
And that's what I love to do as well. Like, I've got like a couple of businesses that I always have a saying, is like, I don't really want to work with everyone. I just want to work with a select few people, grow business with, and really sort of improve together. I've got another business up in Bedford, that's their cable management warehouse, but they've got 2 big warehouses, a bit like you, very similar. And I've been working them for the last 3 years, and have been absolutely amazing. We've just been growing together,
Sure.
and sort of using that kind of personal touch to it. So it definitely is like that as well. With the sort of system we've got in place as well, it'll be an all-in-one software where you can just log on, or your salespeople can log on, can contact the people directly, have that sort of personal touch as well, and have all the information just all in one place. And then when it comes to videos, then it can be on that basis of, look, we want to target these people. Let's create this type of video. Let's create the story. Let's create the personal touch for it.
Okay, sounds good. I mean, the other thing, I mean, yeah, sounds good. So I'll be looking forward to hearing back from you in terms of prices and stuff like that.
Yeah.
If you could get something to me in an email.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you could give me a breakdown as well in terms of, like, you know, for photography and the videography, like, you know, that sort of stuff, how you charge for that as well. And also, I mean, the thing is that if we work together, I've got currently a customer base of just over 200 customers, regular customers. These are people, I would say about 90% of which I have a personal relationship with.
Awesome.
You know, so in terms of like, if you're good for me, then I can definitely promote your business to my customers as well.
Absolutely.
So, you know,
and I'm more than happy to reward you if you do.
Yeah.
So that's
100%.
awesome. Yeah, no worries. What I'll do, I'll send you an email. It will come with all the quotes. We also do sort of content plans as well, so I'll chuck a few in there in mind. Some are monthly, some are bi-monthly content plans, and then we can sort of create whatever sort of content you want. In terms of sort of what we do on the day, we just normally go off day rate. So what we'll do, we'll say, look, let's create a day filming, and then we can get these videos out of that day, or we can get this many photos out of that day, and then go from there. There isn't a specific, like, this video costs this amount. It's basically just how long does it take us to make.
Sure.
But I'll list that all in the quotes and the content plans and the monthly retainers and all that. That's all okay.
Yeah. Whereabouts are you based, by the way?
So I'm based in a small town called Sawbridgeworth. It's literally next to Stansted and Bishop Stortford. So you're in Cambridge, so it's not too far at all.
No, I know exactly where it is. Do you know the Chandini Indian restaurant?
Yes, we get there all the time. Is that your supplier?
I supply them. So,
you supply them, yes.
Yeah, I was a good friend as well. So.
Oh, awesome! Yeah, you know what? We used to do the Star of Indian in town. What's more central, but Chandini is just 10 times better in taste.
Yeah. So I mean, so we, like, that whole area we supply anyway. So Sawbridgeworth, Bishop Stortford, Harlow, Hatfield Heath. You know,
yeah. Oh, awesome. Yeah, normally I say Sawbridgeworth and people are just like, what? Where? It's just like a town sandwiched into two big places. So that's why I say Bishop Stortford, Stansted, because like people know Stansted Airport, don't they? So that's the reason behind it. But yeah, it's all good.
So let's say, yeah. I mean, everything sounds good. Send me the prices and whatnot. Let me take a look at that. And like I said, I didn't realise it was all that expensive. I'm trying to get my head around it.
Absolutely. Look, because you come through the ad as well, like with the first video production, you get 50% off. And then if it's a monthly retainer, then we give generous discounts on sort of next works and all that kind of stuff anyway.
Sure.
So I mean, at the end of the day, that if you really want to go ahead, we can make something work at the end of the day.
Yeah, no, that's fine. And in terms of like, for example, creating content and stuff like that, what's the frequency you would do that in?
Sorry,
so creating new content. So
yes.
would you do that every month, every other month, or how?
Yeah, it really depends on your needs and how fast you want to grow. We've got content plans that most businesses only really need once a month type of content. On them ties is normally 1 day filming, 1 day editing, which can get a various amount of content. If you're looking for social media content, we can probably push 4 to 5 videos. If you're just looking for more of a commercial type thing, then it's going to obviously kind of take longer. So it can be monthly. The guys up in Bedford, I go up weekly. So they've also got 2 massive warehouses with like tons of products that need loads of videos done. And the more regularly you want it, then I'm more than happy to sort of give that sort of discount out as well, and not charge you for full price.
That's brilliant. So yeah, I look forward to hearing back from you, mate.
Awesome. Yes, good speaking with you, and I'll hopefully get that email sent to you by this afternoon, or by the end of the day. Let's say that. Awesome, good speaking with you.
That's fine. And if you could probably give me a call back in about a week's time as a follow up.
Will do.
Yeah, because I need minimum 1 week to kind of
go through everything.
the information. All right.
No worries. What I'll do
That's right,
also, I'll create a quick little video for you, and I'll really go in depth about the whole process of the Facebook ads and my system and stuff like that, so you can really have a look at it, and I'll show you exactly what we're doing with a couple of other clients.
Perfect. And with your system, if you could maybe send me some screenshots or something like that, or even if you have videos, that'd be even better.
Yeah,
for me to take a look at that.
Absolutely. That's what I'll do in the video. I'll show you everything.
Yeah, wicked. That's brilliant. Thank you very much for that.
Good speaking with you.
Mate.
See ya.
Take care.
Bye-bye. Awesome. Started off okay. In the middle, I always get this brain fog. And I always struggle to understand where to take the conversation. And then all of a sudden, this always happens with every single shoot I'm on. It always gets towards the end, and then my vision and what I need to say just kicks in, and I'm able to talk. I maybe talked a bit too much. That middle part, I just try to listen as much as possible. But he was basically just trying to figure out what to do. He says he's talking to a couple of people. How true that is, I'm not sure. I'm talking to so many people that have said that we're in talks with X, Y, and Z company, and realistically, that's just a way for them to bargain and get me to sort of come down in my prices. He seems like a super chill guy. It's someone that I would definitely love to work with. His main focus is exactly what I want to kind of take this business into, is more of a all-in-one sort of marketing plan where we create the content, we distribute the content, which will be perfect because that'll be an easy retainer that we can charge. He's obviously a bit shocked about the pricing, but given the week and I'll follow up with him, that would help to sink in everything and stuff like that. It is an expensive process. I would say I think he's more of a small business, so I think it's more that. But these type of things is definitely costly, but I think it will definitely benefit him a lot with the Facebook ads as well. Yeah, not too bad. It was the first one I've had since I've come back from holiday, since skiing. So I think it was a good start. And looking forward to working with him in the future, hopefully. I'm going to go and price up everything. I might just quickly show you a screenshot of what it looks like with the whole pricing set up. But yeah, it was good. Awesome. Just got done writing the email. I just wanted to show you exactly how I laid it out. So if I just swap this around, doing. I don't know if you'll be able to see. Basically, I just said, hey, it was great to talk to you. Below is the guidelines. Don't want to go too much into detail, just want to get straight into it. So I just discussed one-off projects. This includes photos and producing video content for advertising. I said one-off projects include 1 day filming, 2 days editing, content plan, content planning and pre-production support. That comes with everything. I'm given a discount of 50% because he came through my meta ads, my targeting ads. So the total price, need to get per month out of there, is £600. Then I just wrote typically 1,200. It's good to sort of show them exactly what it should have been and what they're actually going to get it for. So they seem that it's getting a good price on it, which they very much are. I'm going to get rid of price per month because that's a one-off project. And then right underneath it, I've got social media advertising. As suggested ad spend, I think he should spend at least £500 plus per month. That service charge £500 per night. This covers campaign management, setup, implement, and access to our CRM system. I'd said a minimum of 4 months because typically the ads do take about 4 to 6 months to really kick in. Estimate cost is £500. That's for the retainer, and then plus the ad spend, so whatever they've done. And then right underneath it, I've just written the content plan, and I basically just infused both of them together. And essentially, what I'm going to do, I suggested typically it would cost them £1,700 for this because it would typically cost them 1,200 for the video project, and then 500 for the content plan. But I'm going to give it to him for just 1,000 a month. I think that's such a sweet point. Plus the ad spend, of course, so they're probably looking to spend around 1,500 a month, which is going to be a lot better than the 2,200 a month they would do if it wasn't on a content plan. Again, got a minimal contract of 4 months, but yeah, I think that's going to be super interesting. And I just said I'll create the video. If you listen to the video, I said that I'll make a more in-depth. I'm going to write a more in-depth video about the process of our ad spend and our CRM system. It's actually just over here. You can sort of see it. Where it pulls through all the opportunities. It's got automations. It's got marketing, it's got everything. You can have a site on here. It's everything you ever need in marketing. So I think that will also edge him more to use us because he'll get that included. So I'm going to send that. I just got someone come through my website form as well. So I'm going to try and set up a meeting. And then once that is, hopefully that goes through, I'm going to record it as well. Yeah. That sounds good. I'm just going to go through the email one more time, make sure there's no mistakes, make sure I hit everything, and I'm going to send it. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed, and hopefully I could give you some more videos in the future.